Hello, everyone. I'm here today to talk about my trip to Japan. And yes, as you may know, the goal why I went there was because of the Suzuki Merit, which I was trained there in the Scott Toga Theater. I went to other places as well in Japan. And yes, I want to talk about that. I want to introduce you like the map of my traveling. It's kind of a hectic adventure which I had. Okay, as you may see, like there's a lot of like spots saved in Japan, which I was like thinking whether to visit or not. I actually had like 1 or 2 months to prepare like the whole adventure I will have there. And honestly, I'm a huge fan of Suzume anime, and I saw it so many years ago, but I'm still up to this day rewatching it all the time. So I think I watched it already like 10 times or something, and I still will continue to rewatch it because it's a wonderful uh movie. There's a website which shows like the whole map of travel of Suzume, like how she traveled around Japan. I think it's actually pretty close to the original, but then I was kind of feeling unsettled once I started to actually creating this map myself and choosing those spots where she've been, because I realized that I do not want to follow someone's steps of their adventure because it's something that was already explored. I want to create my own trip and my own map of adventure, which is inspired by this movie, but at the same time is my own path. And of course, after that, I was already like creating this map of where what I can see from the things in my list. And it was like, when you have a childhood dream and it comes true, and you are having those eyes sparkling with hope that it's gonna be amazing. I do remember how I was watching it Suzuma for the first time, and I was thinking that one day I'm also gonna go to Japan and I'm also gonna travel like that, like by myself, solo traveling, meeting different people on my way, and it actually happened. Since my visa was given to me for 30 days and the whole program itself was around 2 weeks and a half, I did have a couple of days spare before and after the training was in Toyama. So my adventure all started from France, where I traveled to Haneda Airport in Tokyo. And in Tokyo, I had just 2.5 days to spend. So of course, the day I arrived, I felt kind of jet lagged. The next day, I was already going on Shinkansen to Toyama Prefecture in Japan, which is located in the main island Honshu. The mountains there are very famous for the hot springs and ski areas. But I traveled to Toga there the next day after arrival, after spending one day in a hotel. And yes, after my training finished, as I already said, my adventure didn't stop there. So the same day after the training finished, I went to Kanazawa, which is not a big city, and it is famous for its pottery, kintsugi pottery. Kanazawa is located in Ishikawa Prefecture. Also on the main island Honshu. It's very known for well-preserved Edo era and like different art museums and regional handicrafts. In Kyoto, I met my friend from Toga, who was studying with me, and we spent one day together and visited a couple of places there. And after spending a couple of days in Kyoto, I headed towards Tanabe. I actually wanted to visit Osaka for a couple of hours just to visit Yasunari Kawabata Museum and grave, because I'm quite fond of this writer and his novels. But unfortunately, I didn't have much time, and so I just headed towards Tanabe without stopping there. But honestly, the way I chose it was quite spontaneous because when I went to Japan, I didn't have a strict schedule of cities or places I want to visit. So every day before leaving the city, I was just booking a hotel in the other city and heading there. So it was very spontaneous traveling, and which I was aiming to do actually. The reason I visited Tanabe was because there is a monument for the founder of Aikido, and which I do practice myself. So I thought it would be nice to see it, and I heard that there are nice beaches there which you can swim at. And I also met wonderful people there. It's all a whole trip was just meeting interesting people. After Tanabe, I returned to Tokyo and I spent a couple of days there. And most of the days I spent there was shopping, because I was buying gifts for my family and my friends, and myself, and I as well. And yes, then after that I returned back to France. So my whole adventure in Japan was in September for around 30 days.